5 powerful psychological tactics you can use today to attract beautiful women. These are tactics that I use still to this day, and they are still very much in effect. And of course, they are using all of my psychological factors, using science and status. You don't need any looks, money, game, or bullshit like that. This is all simple, straightforward, powerful tactics that will change and level up your game instantaneously. So without further ado, here's the roadmap for today's video. Of course, it's not going to make sense as always, but as we go along, you're going to see how it all ties in. Much more. So let's get into the battle tactics. The skills you will obtain from this video. The psychology of what is attractive to women. The feminine desire operation, FDO. This is a very, very incredible operation. You guys are going to really like this. I put a lot of detail and depth into this one. And we've got point number 2. How to text girls like a high status man. This is DTT recap. Some of you already know this is one of my powerful operations. I'm going to go over a brief recap with some new points, of course, because of my tactics are always being developed and changed and twisted and so on and so forth. I'm just learning so much as we go on, and that allows me to just develop it. It's not just the same repeated fluff, because that's what happens when you test your shit. Anyway, number 3, how to sleep with her on the first date. D2F operation. You guys are going to really like this, because majority of you guys go on a date with a girl and you don't even make a fucking move. And because of that, I'm going to show you how you can actually sleep with her on the first date. Yes, quite literally. Majority of men do not even kiss on the first date, which to me is just absurd. Bare minimum, you must at least make out with her. Minimum. If you haven't done that, you failed. And I'm going to show you how to avoid that, so do not worry. Anyway, then we're going to talk about the rule of push and pull, advanced stim-like pursuit tactics. This is how you get a girl to practically chase and beg you. This is where you get that element where you see like the guys that are jerks and fuckboys and dickheads or whatever, where they attract girls and they just don't stop chasing that guy even though that guy's an arsehole. You're going to learn how to do that, because that is what push and pull rule is, or should I say dim-like pursuit tactics. Then I'm going to show you how to ask a girl for a relationship. This is desire seeding. Some of you guys want a relationship and settle down. I'm all for that. I respect it. Good for you. For me personally, I don't see the value or benefit in a relationship. I've been in quite a few, and from my experience, I don't see any point in it. I'd rather just stay, how I am. It's just more enjoyable having various options. Regardless, anyone that wants a relationship, I have the experience to be able to talk on that, and I'm going to show you how to get into one properly. Section 1, what do you woman wants? This is the FDO, feminine desire operation. You are here. So we've just completed bubble 1. Your lack of understanding on girls and what they want and they're attracted to. So now you understand that you're in a position where you lack that. Now we're on the next bubble, which is psychology of what they want, and I'm going to show you. So as you can see on the green chart here, the green box, you're here, and this is what we're going to be covering. So just take a notes if you want or something. Just take a mental note. We are on bubble 2, feminine desire operation. This is going to show you exactly what women want and how you can do it and how you can pull it off to get the results. Regardless, let's get into it and let's start off. So let's take a deep psychological look into what women want. Firstly, women want safety, mystery, and fun. That's all it boils down to. There's nothing else. You don't need to be kind, a nice guy, generous, or arse or whatever. The only thing they want is safety, mystery, and fun. That's everything it boils down to. If we're looking at a huge like pyramid or whatever of like all of the things potentially women could want and bullshit, the only 3 things they want is safety, mystery, and fun. That's about it, literally. If you can just narrow it down to those 3 things, you're going to achieve massive success. Obviously, it's more complicated than that, but those are the 3 main things. So how do we create this burning desire in women using those 3 things? So everything I'm about to show you basically now is going to show you how to emulate those 3 things. Hopefully this is making sense, not too overwhelming, because I did try to make it simple from years of data, but yeah. Anyway, let's go on to part 2 of the psychology of what women want, now that you understand the deeper psychological outlook. So, bubble 1. Lead any woman you share a bond with. Essentially, this means when you tell her when she does something you do not like. So basically, when she does something that you don't really like, for example, if you're on a date and she isn't paying attention to you, she's on her phone or some bullshit like that, or she's just being annoying or being a terrible person towards you or just not listening to you, you tell her that. Most men will be cucks and not tell her that, and because of that, she loses attraction. This is repulsive behavior for a man, so yeah, don't do that. Also, do not change yourself for her. Anyway, let's expand on this point a little bit further. High status trait 1, lead woman you share a bond with. So, expanding on this, what is this trait? Essentially, it just means sticking to your opinion, not changing yourself for her. It's that simple. Too many guys will just change themselves for a girl and some bullshit like that just to try and be more attractive. It just makes them less attracted to you, if I'm being plain simple. So let me give you an example of some guys that I've actually spoken to. Some guys I've spoken to literally have told me that a certain girl likes Taylor Swift, and then they pressure them, they pressure that boy to essentially like Taylor Swift, and they actually succumb to the bull. They're like, oh, I like Taylor Swift too. Majority don't want to do that. Do you really want to change yourself for some cheap pussy? Probably not. For me, if a girl tried to get me into her music taste or some bullshit like that, or tried to get me away from my purpose or work, I would just tell her, no, fuck off. I'm not interested. That's not for me. I'm not into that shit. Because if you look at any relationship, a woman is following the man, not the other way around. Whenever I date a woman, her music tastes become my music tastes. She literally copies who I become. I listen to like rap, Travis Scott, whatever the fuck you want to name it, just hypothetical example, I don't know. If I listen to that music, she will listen to that as well. That is how it should work. You should not become a version of her. She should become a version of you. It's that simple. Now, most men that are cucks will literally bend to her will, and they will pretend they love the song again just to sleep with her. But the thing is, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. They get friend zoned, and they have to suffer fake being someone they are not. Imagine having to fake being someone that you are not for pussy, and then you just get friend zoned and screwed over. And the guy that was an asshole and told her music tastes like shit is sleeping with her. It sucks, doesn't it? I know it sucks, because when I was 16, 15, I was the guy that was trying to fucking change my opinion and be the person that would perfectly fit their fucking ideals or whatever. But the thing is, that's just not attractive, ironically. You'd think logically it is, but girls are backwards. It's just how it works. Anyway, if you want her to play games with you and mess you around, then suck up to every opinion and do not have a personality. If that's what you want, if you just want her to mess around with you, keep you undelivered and flake on you, then yeah, just suck up to her opinion. Just don't have a personality. It's that simple. But I know a majority of the guys who are watching this video do not want that. So yeah. Now, let's develop on this point a little bit more. It's quite simple, really. Why is this attractive? Girls are attracted to high status traits. This is one of them. Let's think about it a little bit more now. Think about it like this. Do high status people listen to those status people and change themselves for them? No, absolutely not. And that's exactly it. Girls are attracted to high status. Take a look at veteran players or guys like me or people who've slept with various women, like essentially any fucking guy that's just good women. We're stubborn, we're cold, and we value our opinions so highly we see ourselves with a god complex, quite literally. I quite literally see myself above every woman. Like it's like some of you may think, oh, that's wrong, but the thing is, they're attracted to that. And the stubborn dickhead guys that do this shit, they're the ones that are attracting girls. They're the ones that are in good relationships and shit. You know, it's just how it works. Okay, even though the majority of the world would be like, oh, they're dickheads, they're dicks, but the thing is, majority of the people like guys like this. It's just how it works. I didn't invent the game, it's just how it is, okay? But ironically, as you already know, women are into this. This is why these guys can be seen as jerks, dickheads, and still attract more women than you. Majority of you literally quite have thought, why is this guy getting girls? He's literally a cunt. But the thing is, even though he's a cunt, or should I say I would be a cunt, because in this context I'm describing myself, it's because I have a high status trait of not changing myself for others, and I see myself above others. And that's what women are attracted to. It's quite simple. It's really simple. Anyway, what makes this attractive? Again, it shows that you're masculine, it shows that you're strong, and you're not afraid to voice your opinion. As you know, women like safety, and if you show you're strong enough to stick to your opinion and turn them down, it shows safety. Because she will know that you can lead and set her own decisions and allow her to embrace her feminine nature. Bonus, guys, okay? Never argue with a woman. Too many guys get trolled by women and argue with a woman, and the problem is men are meant to be rational, and because of this, women will try to throw you off your balance, they'll try to throw you off your game, they'll try to mess around with you, and majority of guys will actually fall to this. So let me just give you an example here. In the club, girls are questioning why I wear a trench coat. They're literally like, why are you wearing a trench coat? Why are you wearing this? You look like an idiot. It's warm. You're gonna get sweaty. You just know the gist of it. If you wear like expensive Ted Baker or Hugo Boss trench coat or some Savile Row suit or whatever, girls will come up to you and just be annoying. And the thing is, the way you frame yourself here is how you actually fucking win the results. So what I do is I literally say, what's your name, sweetheart? And at least flirting, etc. And I just completely disregard what she's saying. You should never take what a woman says seriously. If a girl says something like, oh, you're ugly, or something stupid where she's like, oh, you're an idiot or something, if you just start getting defensive, it shows insecurity, it shows that you're a coward and blah, 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 as you know. You don't take them seriously, because if you think about it as a high status person, if a low status person insults you, you quite literally look down on them and you just take the piss out of them. If someone that you don't care about insults you, you quite literally just look at them and you just like, you're doing good, you're alright, what's your problem, bro? Or you quite literally just flip the question. It's simple. And if you do that, they'll be more attracted to you because it shows security. So yeah, never take what women say seriously. Anyway, put her above your purpose, put your purpose above her always. Don't fucking put above your purpose. That's gonna lead to straight disattraction. Crazy shit, bro. Anyway, put your purpose above her always. Yeah. Anyway, so high status trait number 2. Never put a woman above your purpose. What does this mean? It's been thrown around a lot in the dating space. I know a lot of Red Pill guys have said this, and it's true, but they just don't explain it well enough. Essentially, it means always show a girl she is not above your desires and purpose. Now, why is this? Why do we do this? Because basically, if you drop activities like making friends, meeting friends, work flows for her, basically, whatever, it's an interest indicator. It shows you're a weak man and you have no self-control of yourself. If you skip the gym to sleep with a girl, if you skip going out with your friends, going on a night out, going to do your work session or something, it just shows to a girl, I have no self-control. I'm a desperate man that can't attract women. Because of that, I'm going to go and sleep with you, or I'm going to go and make time for you. And because of this, unfortunately, as backwards as girls will lose attraction. This is repulsive to women, as you already know, and it's just needy behavior. There's just no need. Now, women will try to pull you away from your goals, guys. You already know this. And this may seem lovely and all that bullshit or whatever. They will try to pull you away from your goals. They will be like, oh, why are you working so hard? Please, can we spend time? Can we please do this? Can we please sleep together? Oh, can we just have sex one more time before you get out of bed or some bullshit like that? The thing is, they will try to do this. But unfortunately, when you succumb and give into this world, they lose attraction. It's that simple. It's unfortunate, but that's how the world works. I don't make the rules. The world is the way it is, okay? Now remember, women are twisted, okay? They will lose attraction when you drop your purpose, when she asks you to. They will lose their attraction. I promise you. I've experienced it way too many times, and I tried to change the game. Unfortunately, all women are programmed the same. It's just that simple. And now, I'm not blaming women. It's not their fault. It's just how they are raised with modern society. It's just how the world works. All I'm saying is we can just play it to our advantage and just use it to essentially have a fair chance in the dating world. It's that simple. Anyway, adapt to the game. Don't cry about it. I don't make the rules. I just play by them. Some of you are thinking, oh, bro, I don't want to do this. This is wrong and blah, 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 blah. Guys, I don't make the rules, okay? I don't make the fucking rules. I wish the world was idealistic and all this lovely garbage. Okay, I wish I could actually fucking do stuff like with a woman where I could just drop my purpose and have her work with me 50-50, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? The dream world where you just don't have to fucking do these games. But the thing is, it does not exist. I've been with various hundreds of millions, like, bro, I've literally slept with so many women. I've dated so many women. You literally get like a 1 in 1,000 chance or something meeting a girl like that with those ideals, okay? And realistically speaking, majority will probably not meet that, so I'd rather you just use these tactics to heart. Anyway, number 3. Some of you are going to be pissed off about this. Never be friends with a woman unless you have slept with them, okay? This point is very important. It's high status trait number 3, and basically it's just simple. Being friends with a girl is just not right, okay? It sounds lovely, it sounds great, having girl besties. Maybe if you're 16, fine. When I was 16, 15, I had girl besties, great, cool, whatever. But when you're just past the age of like 17, 18, 19, 20, or so on and so forth, if you're in your fucking 30s, fucking Albert, and you have girl besties, it's just not right. It's wrong, and it's harming your chances in the dating world. Because for those of you who are not teenagers, a golden standard to abide by is to never have girls as friends unless you sleep with them. The only girls I'm friends with is the ones that I've slept with. It's just that simple. The reason is simple. If you're friends with a girl who has no sexual interest in you, it shows to other girls you failed to sleep with her and you're desperate for sex. That is all you are. You're just a desperate person in other girls' eyes, and because of that, you're just going to lose. So, by devaluing yourself to be her friend and essentially someone for her to dump her emotional baggage on with nothing to expect in return, then you're just going to look like a loser. It's that simple. If we look at players, even girls they sleep with, they do not take on their emotional baggage. Literally, guys that are fucking the girls and literally running through them every single night, they don't take their emotional baggage. So why are you doing it for free? No sex, knowing she's not there for you in your times of need. If you had a breakdown, if you had a problem, she's not going to be there to fucking deal with your emotional baggage. She just wants to use you and have you as give you her emotional baggage. So don't do this shit for free, guys. I'm telling you now, if you do this shit for free, you're just harming your chances with other girls and the one that you're fucking friends with. I'm just telling you how the game works. I'm not trying to fucking tell you this idealistic lie, okay? I'm just being honest. Now, why would you do that free? Of course, as you already know, you just wouldn't. It's repulsive and it will cost you your future relationships. Simple. I am only friends with girls I've slept with. I'm saying this here and now, and I really do mean that. If a girl does not sleep with me or shows no sexual interest or hasn't at least made out with me or some shit like that, then I'm not friends with them. At best, we're just we're like, I just know them. They just exist. That's it. I am not friends with the girls that I have not slept with. Minimum, I have to sleep with them at least once. Otherwise, then just, that's it. We're not friends. It's just that simple. Anyway, never validate women for no reason. This one is also thrown around quite a lot, but I'm going to expand on it and tell you why it works. High status trait number 4. Validating girls seems nice and logical, and you would think they would like you more, but unfortunately that is not the case. As we know, girls are twisted, and the more validation we show them, it lowers our compliment's value. So think of it like this. Validation is currency, and we want them to crave ours. So how do we prevent inflation? Essentially, we restrict the supply as much as possible to inflate the value in our currency of validation. So if you're giving too much validation to a girl, your validation is now worth less. It's a currency. You spent so much of it, now the girl is like, oh, this is easy to get, there's too much of it, I don't want it. I want another currency, I want another validation, and this means she's going to go to another guy. So basically, she sees it as God's gift and chases your validation. If you're restricting it, giving it too much, it's worthless. Think about it like gold and bronze. Too much bronze in the board, nobody fucking cares, nobody wants it. Gold, however, everyone's chasing it, everyone's running after it, because there's less of it. It's that simple. A woman are narcissistic, they want validation from every type of man on the planet without giving up sex. It's that simple. They just want validation from every man humanly possible. And they want to do it all for free without giving up sex. Because the way validation is for a woman is the way sex is for a man. It's basically our currency. If a woman gives us too much sex, the currency goes down. So because of that, we will cheat and find other women. It's just that simple in our nature. And the same goes for women. If they get too much validation, they're going to get bored and they're going to cheat. It's just in their nature. So what we do is we play on it by giving validation only in the bedroom or when she does something we like. This is going to program them to chase your validation, and if you only give it in sex, they will have more sex to receive your validation. Think about it. If she's only getting validated in the bedroom when you're giving her sex, blah, 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 then chances are she's going to have way more sex with you. Sorry, not chances, guaranteed. Because she wants validation and she knows the only way she's going to get it is when you two sleep together. It's quite simple. Now, bonus. If you turn down sex with a girl, you can ramp up attraction so much, like on a high level, it will quite literally make her beg for you. I've had girls beg outside my house for me. It's quite powerful. If you can turn a girl down for sex, it is insane level of self-control. Most of you probably will not be able to do this because you're not sleeping with hundreds of different types of women or something, or on a roster. When you have a roster, it's quite easy to do this because if you don't want to sleep with a girl, you're just like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do that today. If she says you're over, you just ghost her. You're just like, no, I'm not driving 1 hour to fuck you. I'm not driving, or blah, blah. Then you can just go fuck another girl and blah, 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 blah. It's just that easy. And you can even cut validation out during sex to change things up. That's going to make her doubt herself and she's going to try and do better for you. All these little mind games are just going to help you so much more in the long run. Now, number 5, is it? Yeah, number 5. No phone calls after you sleep with her. Look, tri-status trait number 5 is no phone calls after date 1. I'm going to explain what it is now. Sleeping on a girl with FaceTime at night sounds nice and all that shit, but unfortunately, as you know, this is an interest indicator of repulsism. Funny story, when I was 16, 15, 17, all of this years and garbage, I was sleeping on girls with FaceTime that I was in relationships with. Cringy, yes, I know, but I was a teenager, I was dumb, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I want you to not make the same. So, yes, there are people who quite literally sleep with their girlfriends on FaceTime when they don't, when they're apart. That is some extreme level of attachment. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, you should never sit on FaceTime calls with a girl ever, simply because it's just giving them validation exchange for nothing. It's an interest indicator, as we know, and therefore we only use phone calls to set dates and introduce ourselves for the first time we get their number. What the fuck? Oh, there you go. Okay, I was about to say my laptop just fucking froze up. I spent like fucking 5k on this setup and it's just like fucking retarded. Anyway. This means that we talk maximum 5 to 10 minutes on the phone, no more. Most of you guys will probably talk to her for way too fucking long, bro, and this just leads to fucking unattractiveness and all that shit, okay? On top of this, we never answer the first phone call ever. We make them wait. We increase our value of attention in doing so. If you make a girl wait, it's so powerful that it's ridiculous. Because she's going to be like, why isn't he answering? What's he doing? What's this? Blah, 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 blah. Why won't he answer me? Blah, 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 blah. And if you do that, she's going to be more attracted to you. Simple. Now, let's get on to the next point. Calls are just a tool to set a date and make it comfortable around us to reduce flakes. It's that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just that. That's quite literally it, okay? So, no FaceTime at night. If you want to sleep with me, or whatever. Sorry, let me just fucking sit up straight. No FaceTime at night to sleep together. Fuck that shit. If you want to sleep with me, then we do it in person. You want to cuddle, you want to get comfort with me, then come to my bed. I am not sleeping on FaceTime with you. Fuck off. Make your validation worth more. Is your validation really worth like so little that it can be given over FaceTime? Just think about it like that. Anyway, next point. You will only reward her with attention on the date. High status trait number 6. Only reward her with validation on dates or in sex. We only reward girls with validation on dates or during sex. Essentially, what this means is we only reward girls when they do something that benefits us. This leads to them repeating the behaviors that we desire as men. And this is, for example, sex, dates, physical affection, gifts, you name it. If you reward her with attention for no reason outside doing these things, you devalue yourself and you lose attraction. It's a manipulative tactic that leads to them giving you more of what you want, like sex, but it works well and it's what they are attracted to. Some of you may see it as morally wrong, but they are attracted to it, and that the thing is, it's just they enjoy chasing validation that's challenging and worth more to get. So why not give it to them and condition them? If they like it, just do it. Like, you can be logical and idealistic and try and play the game with morally ideal rules or whatever, but the thing is, it's just not gonna work. I'm just trying to fucking tell you how it all is, the truth. Now, next point, enough rambling. Always set clear intentions to avoid the friend zone. High status trait number 7. Always set clear intentions with a girl to avoid the friend zone. You must set clear intentions to a girl. Girls are attracted to bold, masculine men. If you can't communicate what you want and be direct in your intentions, then girls will play with you and this will lead to the friend zone. So in order to prevent this, we frame ourselves as high status men who use every method I teach so she perceives us for sex and chase our validation. You want her to perceive you as an attractive man, not just a friend, okay? Now, what does this look like? Asking for what you want, setting dates, flirting, being bold, making a move, not sugarcoating your messages. In my young years, I used to snap girls and I literally would have conversations like, what are you doing? Watching TV. I want you to think about this. How the fuck would she know that I want to fuck her? It doesn't make sense, does it, guys? How the fuck is a girl gonna know you want to fuck her if you're messaging her? What you doing? Texting? You are like, bro, no. You have to be bold, clear, and ask for what you want. Make it clear. Okay? Now, never let her know where she stands. High status trait number 8. Never let a girl know where she stands. This means that we do not let a girl know how much of a priority she is in our life. You must never let a girl know where she stands. For example, she must not know that you desire romantically or you are into her. She must ask and pursue you. So if you tell her, then she's going to lose all attraction. It's a rule of interest in girls. It's sad, but that's how the world works. You make her chase you and you ask her, do you even love me, etc. She has to ask you, do you even love me? When she asks this, you're winning. That's it. And this is how we get a relationship and we make her ask us. Basically, I'll expand on the relationship point, but yeah, this is quite literally how you get into a relationship. End of section 1, moving on to section 2. DTT recap. This is the basics of texting girls, okay? A brief recap on the key lessons of DTT. Some of you have seen this before, some of you haven't, but yeah, moving on. Roadmap, back to the looks of this, okay? We've completed box 1, as you already know. Box 2, we've completed just now, the feminine desire operation. You are now fully armed with that. Now we're looking at DTT with some new stuff I've recently discovered. So, again, brief recap from texting game. If you are interested in that strategy, check out the full texting guide I made in my previous videos. I've made 2 so far, and they are both really powerful and in depth. Regardless, DTT phase 1. Texting is to set a date, nothing more, as you all already know, my veteran viewers. I've covered this in the section in the past, so I've summarized it for you as quickly as possible. Stage 1, create mystery. Equals sending mysterious text to ramp up attraction. Stage 2, urgency plus scarcity. Always take your time in texting her. And Stage 3, no flicks. Use voice notes to your advantage. Use calls, blah, blah, blah. So, create mystery. This is the framework, as you already know. I use this day to secure girls. So, this is what I send to messages with girls that I've already slept with or I've already have some connection with. I need to speak to you. There's something we need to talk about. I need to see you. All 3 messages. Go try this on a girl that you're currently seeing, a girl that you have set up a few dates with, and see how it works. Now, this is a message I sent to girls, and trust me, it works so well, and it just leads to sleeping together instantly. Now, for openers, for the very first message, just use a name. For example, if you're talking to a girl called Molly, just say Molly. It's that easy. Simple, that easy, clean, boom, that's it. If you put Molly ... or something like that, no capital, it's just, she's going to respond instantaneously. Give it a go try it. As you know, it's just powerful. It's that easy. Anyway, take your time when texting her. Minimum, make her wait 15 minutes for every text. If you just take 30 seconds in between every text, she's going to lose attraction. It's an interest indicator and it looks horrible. Girls do not lose interest when you're taking your time texting. Remember, you're increasing your demand. Unfortunately, it's backwards. I would love to have a long flowing conversation with a girl. We're going back and forth, text. But the thing is, number one, it's not time efficient for me. I'm too fucking busy to do that shit. Number two, girls just don't find it attractive. The only time you can do that is once you've entered a relationship or you've slept with her. But even then, it's just not worth my time, and you shouldn't do it either. Come on, man the fuck up. Regardless, instead of timing your message, actually go and do something beneficial, like a workout, message her, and after you complete said activity, then as a reward, go message her. Go on, have your fun. There you go. Now, be random. Predictability is unattractive. If you're too predictable in your times and you're taking 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour timing your shit, you're just going to look like a loser. If you don't want to look like a loser, be random. Change it up. Sometimes take a fucking 8 hour break before you message. Sometimes take a 1 hour break, then fucking 30 minutes, then 5 minutes, and then boom, just all over the place. This is just going to make her think, what the hell is going on? And this is what's attractive. They love uncertainty. You already know this. Women are feminine, and to be masculine must use a psychology against her. So yes, let's utilize uncertainty. It's that simple. Anyway, this is to make her think, does he even like me? What the fuck am I doing wrong? Why won't he text me back? Blah, 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 blah. If you want a girl to think that, do what I've just told you, and you'll see the results. Now, finally, you're going to use voice notes to your advantage, and I always bring this up most of the time. As you know, it's one of my cherished pillars, and it is just a great way to ramp up attraction. Anyway, Section 3, D2F operation, date to fuck operation. Majority of you guys are thinking, how do we fuck on the first date? Well, here we are. So we've completed bubble 1, 2, and 3, and now we are moving on to bubble 4. You are here, key fundamentals to a date so you can fuck on date 1. So, here are the rules of D2F. You must sleep with her within 3 dates minimum. Some of you may not sleep with her on the first date, fine. But if you don't sleep with her on 3 dates minimum, you're fucked. If you don't sleep with her, then you got to fucking set up a Netflix and chill situation. If she refuses, she's not into you. Literally, majority of the girls, if they don't sleep with me on the date by date 2, which never happens, they always sleep on the first date, I'm like, we're going to have a Netflix and chill date. You and me, we're going to watch Netflix at your place. We're going to cook a meal. We're going to have some cocktails or something like that. And I'm going to be able to make my move while watching like a movie, like a horror film or something like that. And that's how it leads into making out sex. If you don't do that at the bare minimum, drop her. Just drop her. Majority of you guys will probably not drop her because you guys don't realize. But the thing is, women who do this are just using you as emotional baggage. They just want to waste your time, your money. They just want to dump it. She's probably on a break with her boyfriend, or she's fucking another guy. And that other guy is not giving her the validation she wants, and she's chasing his, and she's just using you for cheap validation. It's that easy. Think about it like this. If we frame this in the man's perspective, if you have a girlfriend who is just being a piece of shit, just annoying, and not giving you easy sex, she's just being an annoying rat, okay? She's just making the relationship difficult, she's not giving you time, you're gonna go and fuck another girl. Now, the other girl you're fucking, you're not gonna give a fuck about, are you? Because she's just cheap fucking sex. She's just like, I don't care. This is just because my girlfriend's a piece of shit. I'm going to fuck another girl. Anyway, in a woman's perspective, they're chasing your validation because the guy that she's actually fucking is not giving her what she wants. It's that simple. Women are twisted, so are we. It's just how the world works. Now, we're going to use physical escalation tactics to build up safety and trust, which will lead to sex. Now, majority of you guys don't realize this, but safety and trust is everything a woman desires from a man. If you can give that, she will have sex with you. So how do we do this? We basically slowly build up our physical touch and approach. Like I always say, I like to start by crossing, like putting my hand across her hair, saying you have a beautiful forehead, you don't need to hide it, blah, blah, blah. Or you have lovely hair, and I like to run my hands through it, or whatever you want to call it. I put my arm around her, lead her hand through the crowd, something like that. All of these powerful moves that just lead to me climbing up and up and up the mountains, as you know. Now, when you do this, eventually it's going to build up sexual tension and it's going to lead to sex. And if you're really smart, you can take her to like a nice place, like on top of like a hill, I don't know, stargazing, and this is where you can kiss her if you're just really that thought out and well planned out with your game plan. It's just that simple. Anyway, next point. Once you get a full phone number, we set dates on text to reduce flakes. So essentially, when we get a girl's phone number, what you're meant to do is you phone her for 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that, 45 minutes. And basically this is where you just have banter, you build up safety, trust, communication, you're just talking amongst each other, you're just like having a nice friendly conversation, you're just discussing what you're doing, so on and so forth. And when you do that, you're just ramping up attraction, you're building up trust, and this is what's going to lead to her showing up on the date. If you set a date purely on text alone, they may flake you, they may not flake you, you don't know that, but the thing is, they just don't feel comfortable. Why would they show up to a date with a guy that just asked for their number? Think about it. If a girl asks for your number and then she sent on text something like, hey, let's have a date. I know this doesn't happen, but I'm just being hypothetical. And she sets up a date, she fucking leads and all that. If you don't know anything about it, you're going to be pretty fucking weirded out, because you don't know the girl, you don't know anything, you haven't had a conversation or banter or anything like that. And if you have a phone call with her, you're going to be more likely to know her, and you're more inclined to understand what's happening, and you're more likely to show up. Think about it, you're not going to show up to a meet with a guy you've never spoken in your life, and they just gave you their business card or something. I can't think of a really good example, but I'm hoping that makes sense. Now, this is all just to build up banter and comfort. It's that simple, and this is going to make the first date so much easier for us, which is how I sleep with girls on the first date. Now, end of section 3, let's move on to section 4. Push and pull tactics, dim light pursuit, how to make her chase you from day 1. Now, we've completed bubble 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now we're on number 5, okay? So now, let's take a quick recap / top view. The psychology of what women want and what they desire, we've covered that. That's the feminine desire operation, FDO. We've looked at the basics of texting like a high status man with DTT. So as you already know, voice notes, emergency, scarcity, mystery, all of that good stuff, stage 1 to 3. As you already know, if you're taking notes, you've probably got it in the back of your head like me. And then you got the key fundamentals, which you did, which is the D2F operation. And now we are finally on the rule of push and pull. So, when we first talk to a girl, we show very little interest when we first text her. A lot of guys, when they get a little bit of attention from a girl, they just overdo it and they just start telling their life story and they start fucking pouring their heart out. No, this is what leads to her ghosting you and losing attraction. When you text a girl for the very, very first time, you're going to take it stupidly slow. You're going to show such little interest. So then basically you're just taking it slow to build up attraction. She's going to want to race you. You're going to still stay 10 steps behind her. She's going to be running, and you're still going to take your time. And what this is going to do is going to get her to a point where she falls in love with you, and she has sex with you. And then you can start matching her and slowly going up and up and up. And then I'll show you what the plan is as we go along to get her to fucking love. You're going to love this, trust me. Now, as you already know, as time goes on, we ramp up interest leading to the date. So you're texting a girl for 3 days, 2 days, something like that. You're ramping up little by little how much you text her, just texting her a bit more, sending her longer messages. You're being a bit more personal, you're being a bit more caring, you're being a bit more interested. And then at the time of the date, you're showing a lot of interest. You seem like the gentleman, like the world's most desired, beautiful man, blah, blah, gentleman, heartly, romantic bullshit, whatever. And then once you go on the date, or you fuck the girl, we cut all attention. Very cruel, I know, but the thing is, it works so well. It works stupidly well. I'm talking ridiculously well. If you just cut the attention after you fuck a girl, or you have a date with a girl, she will chase you and call you 16 times. I think I had a record, a girl called me 256 times in a week because I used this. And she quite literally came outside my house and she was like, where are you? What the fuck? Why do you even love me? How could you do this to me? And the quite literally, the reason was just because I was busy, bro. I didn't want to reply. I couldn't care less. Like, I'm busy. I don't want to, I'm not talking to anyone. What makes you so special? Nothing. It's that simple. And when you do that, this is what leads to girls quite literally chasing you. You see a lot of arseholes with rosters of girls. This is exactly what they do. This is exactly what veterans do. And this is what leads to it. This is called dim light pursuit tactics. What we're doing is we're dimming the light on her. We increase the light as we go along. And then all of a sudden, bang, we just fucking shut the lights down. And she's like, what's going on? It's like a power cut. She's just lost her mind. And she's just like, what's going on? What the fuck? Does this guy love me? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just that powerful. By doing this, it will lead her to chase you endless loop, and it just gets annoying. Yeah, I know, but some of you guys want that. So yeah, most guys make the mistake of showing too much interest at first, and this leads to the girls being repulsed. If you're pouring your heart out from the moment you get a girl's number, you're finished. You're just gonna lose. I used to do that. A girl shows me a bit of interest, I'm like, let me fucking tell her everything I have like to say, bro, and it's just not gonna work. Okay, I'm just telling you the truth. I would love to be able to instantly just hit it off and just fucking have a long conversation with a girl, but the thing is, most people don't like that. It's not just girls, it's all people. Imagine you speak to a guy for the very first time, or any person at all, and they just tell you that fucking life story. You're just like, shut the fuck up, bro, I don't care. It's that simple. Anyway, you have to scale it, and once she gives you what you want, you cut it out, and then she values you more. By cutting your attention, she's going to value you so much more. Anyway, how to get her into a relationship. So the final box, conversion, getting into a relationship, desire seeding. This is the last one. I saved it for last because it's just, I don't think it's as valuable as everything else. Everything else I said is way more important. But if you want to get a girlfriend, then this is for you. So, Section 5, how to get a girlfriend, desire seeding tactics. So, you should never ask a girl to be your girlfriend. Majority of you guys are probably thinking, why shouldn't you have a girlfriend? Well, let me explain this to you. When you get in a relationship with a girlfriend, essentially, it basically means you look insecure and you're saying, I want to lock you down. I want to basically keep you for myself because I can't pull. Imagine saying to a girl, hey, I don't want you to have sex with guys. Let's be exclusive, just you and me. I think that you're going to go to other guys. I can't pull. That's what it looks like to them. I know it's not the case. I know you're just trying to be romantic and lovely and all that shit. But yeah, never ask a girl to be your girlfriend. In fact, having a girlfriend is a hindrance to your life. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a hindrance. Because all it does is prevents you from sleeping with other girls. It prevents you from having freedom. And you basically have to live by some of the rules that you've now set in a relationship. Unless, of course, you can establish and change a few things around or whatever. And it's just that simple. It just hinders you. It's just that simple. It's just restricting you. And if you make a girl ask you, it just creates more value. So yeah, if you want to convert a girl into a relationship, you make her ask you out. It's just going to make her value the relationship so much more. If she's the one that's asked for the relationship, if she's the one that fought for the relationship, she's going to value it way more than like if you put it onto her, okay? She has to ask for it. Otherwise, just keep fucking her, keep dating her, keep playing with her, keep doing what you got to do. And when she asks for the relationship, then you can fucking... like, I don't know, just then you can just take her on. Now, if you notice she's not bringing up the thought of a relationship, I don't recommend this. You can hint at it, you can let her play into it, but purely if a girl isn't hinting at it, that means she's just not into you in that way. She just wants to fuck, or she's friends with benefits or whatever. If she's not hinting at anything romantic, she's just not trying to fucking get into a relationship. It's that simple, it's that easy, okay? Anyway, if you do that, she's going to hold on to it strongly. It's just that powerful. Now, never let a girl know where she stands. She has to ask you and slowly seed her in by saying mysterious stuff, telling her bit by bit. If she says, what are we? Are we even fucking together or whatever? Do you even love me or whatever? Then you need to play mind games. Because I'm telling you now, girls literally read romance books or novels like this. It's literally in their nature. I know some of you guys are like, oh, this is wrong. Bro, girls read romance novel books. Read some of the books that the girls read, bro. You're going to realize how fucked they are. They love mind games, okay? If you just leave what I like to call crumbs of information on where she stands, she will chase them. I will give you an example. If she asks, what are we? You can play on it and say, what do you think we are? Or flip it and ask her to meet you and get her to ask you out in person. You can quite literally flip on it. If literally I had a girl ask me, what do you want? And I literally just sent her like a picture of a fucking BMW M4 comp. And she was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was just like, you asked me what I want. I knew what she meant, but I played on it. Remember, never take women seriously. And straight after that, she had to make it clear saying, can you be my boyfriend? I was just like, oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, sure, whatever. So it's that simple. So yeah, that's the end of this section, and that is the end of the video. So there you go. You have just been armed with all of the bubbles. So today you have learned that you have a lack of understanding of what girls are attracted to and what they want. Then you learned the psychology of what they want. So now you're no longer in bubble 1, you're in bubble 2, which is the feminine desire operation. Then we covered bubble 3, the basics of texting like a high status man with DTT's recap. This is going to ramp up that beautiful, sexy attraction. And this is how girls like texting you. And then we have the next bubble, which is number 4. The key fundamentals to fuck a girl on date 1. So date to fuck operation, very powerful, very useful. And essentially, as we know, it's just physical escalation, being able to sleep with her within 3 dates minimum. And understanding that if a girl doesn't do any of those things, you just fuck her off and you're just like, nah, I'm not interested. Clearly, you're just using me, emotional baggage. And then we covered the rule of push and pull, which is dim light pursuit tactics. Essentially, this is where we cut the light off and we cut the supply off and we're just like, we show a bit of interest, we match it as it comes to the turn of the date, and we show a little bit at the start. And then right as soon as we get sex or a great date with her where we've done something, we're just like, whoosh, lights off, you're going to chase me now. And then that's what's going to lead to her, you know, just infinitely giving you what you want. Then we talk about conversion, as we just did just now, which is how you get into a relationship with her, which is desire seeding. So never ask a girl to be your girlfriend. You make her ask you and use crumbs and seeds to make her chase you. And then finally, your potential unlocked by the end of this video, hopefully, is to date beautiful Victoria's Secret models. Yes, you can actually do that if you use what I'm telling you, or high quality one on a weekly basis if you want to take it on a lower standard. It's up to you entirely. No fucking shame. No, just, I don't care. You want to sleep with fat bitches? Go ahead. It's just at the end of the day, this works. That's all that matters. Okay. Anyway, what is my aim with these? Pour as much value as humanly possible into this, so you can become uber successful in dating beautiful women. And if the stars are alive, I can take you onto my team and then take your dating life into the stratosphere. So if you want to fucking get involved in a space where you can help me track data with girls and drive nice cars and see what it's like to date high quality women, have sex and get paid for it, then yeah, check it out, see how it works. Now, the rest lies in your hands, guys, to take action. I've given you all the tools you need to win. Just make me proud and put the work in. So I appreciate you giving me time, and I hope that this has helped various people, because I know it has helped my team, it's helped me, it's helped many of the students I've taught under my wing, and I'm sure that this is going to help some guy out there. So yeah, thank you for watching, and peace out.